I quit watching law shows. I quit watching Dateline. I can't stand watching other people practice law in court because that's what I do. But what I always watch are the little short videos of these people sitting in their cars having confrontations with law enforcement officers because they're being foolish. There are a lot of legal arguments out there that I can make as an attorney on your behalf about sitting in your car, not talking to the officers, what your constitutional rights are. And we can fight that fight, but that's a silly fight to fight. My advice to my boys when they get pulled over is, when the officer approaches the car, you have your hands on the wheel. When the officer comes up to the window, you roll your window down, you put your hands back on the wheel, you turn up to him, and you're polite and you are proper. Yes, officer, no, officer, you are nice. Why? Because that guy has a gun. And if you're not nice, things will escalate. That's why I watch those videos, because I just sit there and I cringe. I watch these people have confrontations with officers for no good reason besides ego. You want my license? Here's my license. You want my insurance? Here's my insurance. You want me to step back to your car? All right, you're checking out to see if I've been drinking and driving. Got it. I'll do that. Why? Do I have legal arguments to make that I don't have to get out of that car and I don't have to help the officer in their investigation? Yes. But if I escalate the situation, you know what I do? I take a huge, huge risk of putting myself in serious danger. I run the risk of making things much worse. That officer could write me a ticket for speeding, or he could write me a ticket for no seatbelt, speeding, lights not being on, no insurance not valid because I couldn't get on my phone fast enough. I am making things worse by my actions. Now, what I won't do, and what I would never do, is consent to a search. Why? I don't know what's in my car. I don't know what my buddy left in my car. I don't know what my kids left under the seat. I would never consent to a search. You want to get a drug dog? Get a drug dog. There are rules on that. If that drug dog does not get there fast enough, they don't get to use what they found in that car. Be nice. Be kind. But stop at the appropriate time. They're going to give you a ticket for speeding. You sitting there saying, I don't have to do this. They're going to give you a ticket for speeding. They might bust out your window getting you out of the car. But they cannot get in that car without your permission. Do not give permission to get into that car. Do not allow them to search. Your worst case scenario is they go get a drug dog, and they have to do that within a time limit. Make them do their job. I'm of the opinion that you should be polite and kind to everybody. It's just a good way to live life. Makes things a little bit easier. Being polite to the officer when they ask you your name, ask you your date of birth, ask you where you live, those are all common things. Many times they're going to ask you where you're going. You don't have to be specific. You don't have to say, well, I'm leaving school with my kids. I'm going to take them to basketball practice. Or, well, I'm leaving this drug house and I'm driving over here to this other drug house. Don't tell them that. It's none of their business. You don't have to tell them where you're going and why. That's not part of the investigation for speeding. One of the hardest things for my clients to do, it seems, is to be quiet. Too many of my clients think that if they can just explain, it will make things better. Let me just tell you, that's my friend's marijuana in the car. So you knew about the marijuana in your car. That's called a confession. So be quiet. Say, contact my attorney. Say, I want an attorney. Do not say, well, let me just explain, because it never works out the way you think it will. Part of my job as a lawyer is to make sure that you have options. You get a speeding ticket, look, we can go to trial if you want, but we could also get it amended to this, this, or this, and then it is your choice on what to do. You want to go to trial? We'll go to trial. But my job is to present you with things that you could do. When somebody is antagonistic to a cop, is a jerk to a cop, and decides, I'm not going to play ball, this cop's being mean to me, I'm going to be mean back, that cop then transmits to the prosecutor, this guy was a jerk, which then limits my ability to help you. So yes, I have represented people that have said, I'm not going to talk to you. It doesn't work out well.